Produced by J.O.
I got 80 on me.
Got 80 on you?
80 books in the cannon.
In the cannon.
I got the 80 on me.
Got the 80 on you?
80 books in the cannon.
In the cannon.
I got 80 on me.
Got 80?
80 books in the cannon.
In the cannon.
80 books in the cannon.
1611.
80 books in the cannon.
1611.
I got 80 on me.
1611.
80 books in the cannon.
1611.
I got 80 on me.
1611.
80 books in the cannon.
1611.
80 books in the cannon.
In the cannon.
There's 80 books in the
In
cannon.
the cannon.
There's 80 books in the cannon.
In the cannon.
There's 80 books in the cannon. I got 80 on me.
1611.
80 books in the cannon.
1611.
80 books in the
In
cannon.
the cannon.
80 books in the
In
cannon.
the cannon.
I got the 80 on me.
1611.
80 books in the cannon.
1611.
80 books in the
In
cannon.
the cannon.
80 books in the cannon.
Let's get it. In my righteousness, yes. In my royalty, yes. In my loyalty, yes. Watch a Hebrew step.
It's that Hebrew step.
Watch a Hebrew step, yes.
That Hebrew step.
Watch a Hebrew step.
Shalom! We are the Light of Zion Treasure Coast, and we are inviting all Israelite born from the four corners of the earth to the Light of Zion Passover on April 2nd, 2023. All you black, so-called black, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indians that descend from Negro and Indian descent, you are invited to come join us to celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Passover. It's a day that we commemorate of our forefathers being redeemed from the hands of the Egyptians through the hands of the Most High Yahweh, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? And we are here to invite you to come down from up north, from south, from east, from west, to come visit the Light of Zion and join us to celebrate the Passover 2023 in Fort Lauderdale. All right? We're going to put the address on the bottom of the screen. The Passover dues is $75 for an individual, for a single person, and for a family of four, it's going to be $150. And anyone additional after the family of four will be $25 for each person. All right? So come join the Light of Zion this year for this year's Passover in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Come join us to commemorate and remember this glorious event. Let's get Deuteronomy 16 and 16.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 16.
Read.
3 times in a year,
How many times?
3 times in a year,
Come on.
shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God.
So 3 times a year shall all the Most High's males appear before God, before Yahweh. Read.
Shall appear before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose.
In the place which he shall choose will be Chateau Mar Golf Resort in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to add the address on the bottom of the screen so you can get there. Read.
In the feast of unleavened bread.
In the feast of what?
In the feast of unleavened bread.
Come on.
And in the feast of weeks.
In the feast of weeks.
And in the feast of tabernacles.
And the Feast of Tabernacles. These are the 3 highest holy days that we keep as an Israelite. Of course, with other ordinances and traditions that we keep, like Feast of Dedication, like Purim. But these 3, all males must present themselves before the Most High Yahweh. So, with that being said, once again, come join us in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Light of Zion Passover 2023. All right? Shalom!
Shalom, family. How you doing? I'm your Captain Samson, and I'm here with
Officer Asher.
and we about to bring it out tonight. We got the class, as you can see, your reasonable duties. So we about to dive into these scriptures and get to understanding what is our reasonable service, what is our duties that we should be fulfilling as Israelites. As you heard, the Passover is one of our duties as men that we must fulfill. But there's also other things that we must go into that as walking through this captivity, walking through this earth, and walking even in as an Israelite, What shall we do? But let's get started with Colossians chapter 3, verse 17.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 17.
Okay.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Other One Yahushua, giving thanks to the Other One and the Father by him.
So whatever we do in our words and our deeds, we're always going to give thanks to the Other One. Give thanks to the Heavenly Father in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So again, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let me get Sirach chapter verse 7 and 1. Sirach 7 and 1. You know what? Hold on. Let me see something. Because we always do that. Talk about on Colossians 3:17 and our deed and our word, right?
Word and our deed.
And our words and our deeds. So let's get Sirach 5 and 8 first. Let's start here. Let's read this real quick so we can understand why we always read that, what we must do when it comes to that. We got to be honest in these things in our deed and in our word. Read that for me.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 6.
Verse 8.
Verse 8.
Come.
Set not thine heart upon goods. Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten.
What?
Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten.
That's talking about that duet. Duet is not the Hebrew word, but that's what the Creole,
right,
in the sense talking about scamming. Do not set your heart on goods unjustly gotten. You should not be going out here scamming other people, stealing, and doing everything else up under the sun, trying to get over.
Right, being a Jouet kid.
A Jouet kid, you feel me? Be honest in what you're doing. I understand they got loopholes in certain things. Jouet or scamming is not a loophole. You literally taking from someone.
Right.
That's taken from someone. But let's keep going.
Okay. Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten.
Uh-huh.
For they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity.
So in your calamity, you cannot depend on these things, because a lot of people that's out there doing those things are spending it on foolishness anyway. But keep going.
When now not with every wind, and go not into every way.
Don't be moving with the flow of the wind. Keep going.
For so doeth the sinner that hath a double tongue.
That has a what?
That hath a double tongue.
A double tongue is you talking one way and doing another thing. A snake has a double tongue. When that slit is down the middle and you got a tongue here and a tongue there, that's a double tongue. Keep going. Don't move like a snake. Keep going.
Okay. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same.
What you say, let your actions say the same thing. Don't say one thing and let your actions do another. Keep going.
Okay. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere. And with patience give answer.
With what?
With patience give answer.
Everybody is not going to pick up on the information at the same pace as everyone else. So we must be patient when we're giving the answers to people's questions. Keep going.
Good. Honor. Good. If thou have understanding, answer thy neighbor.
Say that again.
If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor.
And that's the key word. If you have understanding, answer your neighbor. If you don't have no understanding,
Don't speak on it.
don't speak on it.
Yeah.
Point that person in the direction of someone that can answer that question. If you're going to come to me and ask me about all these deep breakdowns of revelations and all,
Third heavens.
No, I don't deal in that. I deal with the simplicities of the scriptures. I keep going over the wisdom and how to apply it in everyday life. The breakdown, Revelation 17 and all this other stuff, how's that going to help you keep the commandments?
Right.
Knowing if the earth is flat around, how's that going to help you keep the commandments?
How you gonna get salvation from any of that?
Exactly.
What's the point? What's the point of knowing that if you're not doing the deeds, if you're not speaking and doing the deeds of trying to reach salvation? It makes no sense.
And that's the other part, man. We must keep that. Understand that the prophecies written of, we do going to have some understanding, but that's not your main focus.
Right.
Understand that you got to keep the commandments. That's what the scriptures say. And hold that, Psalms 111 and 10, as always. Shalom, family. Shalom.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10.
Con.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
Yep.
A good understanding.
A what?
A good understanding.
A good understanding of these scriptures is what?
Have all they that do his commandments.
Understand the prophecies.
All they that do his commandments.
That's it right there, man. Let's get back to Sirach. That's the main thing, man. Let's keep these commandments so we can get out of this captivity. The prophecies won't come true until we start keeping these commandments. How about that? Let's go.
Verse 12. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 12. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor.
Yep.
If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth.
Do what?
Lay thy hand upon thy mouth.
Even Job had to lay his hand upon his mouth when the Most High started asking him questions. And we understood that Job was a perfect man in this day. Keep going.
Honor and shame is in talk.
Say that again.
Honor and shame is in talk.
In your talk, you can show if you have honor or if you have shame. You can show if you wise or are you a fool. Keep reading.
And the tongue of a man is his fall.
Yep.
Be not called a whisperer. And lie not in wait with thy tongue.
Don't be called a whisperer. Don't be walking around whispering in everybody's ear. A gossiper. Keeping up trouble, stirring up trouble because you want to whisper in everybody's ear about something that's going on. Keep going.
Honor and shame is in thy talk, and the tongue of a man is his fall. Be not called a whisperer.
Yep.
And lie not. That's a lot. Be not called a whisperer and lie not in wait with thy tongue. For a foul shame is upon the thief.
Yep.
And an evil condemnation upon the double tongue.
Yep.
Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small.
Don't be ignorant in anything of a great matter or a small matter. So again, prophecies is good to understand, but the matter at hand, understand these commandments. That's the small thing. The great thing is understanding the prophecies, but that will come in due time if you keep these commandments, if you understand the fear. What's you grabbing?
I'm getting a precept, be not a talebearer, because that's in the law. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 6. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
Among who?
Among thy people.
Don't keep stuff stirred up in the community. Keep going.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Most High.
You know what I should have had on deck if we knew I was going to hit that? You ever remember in Living Color, the one Kim Wayans? Now you ain't heard it from me. Now I ain't the one to tell you.
Right.
You remember that? That's what that is. And they literally had a comedy skit on that.
On talebearer?
Yeah. Let me see something. Shouldn't do this because I know they might block it. I know they might block it. You ready? I'm gonna go ahead and play it, y'all. I'm gonna just do a couple of them. I'm gonna just play a couple of them, family. Not a lot. I know they're gonna try to catch me. There we go. This what tale bearing is.
Hey! So they finally rented that place, huh? Been about 2 years. Sure hope that slumlord changed the carpet. It was so stink over there, I could taste it over here. Oh, by the way, I love what you did with those little milk crates. That little table you made. What's that, Art Deco? Yeah, well, look at me rattling on and on like you know who I am. Hi, girl, I'm Bonita Bottrell. I've been here all my life. I know everybody in this neighborhood. Mm-hmm.
Tell
Yeah, girl,
Barry.
there's some fine people in this neighborhood. There's a lot of trash too, but I ain't one to gossip.
I ain't the one to gossip. She got to start
Hey,
gossiping.
there goes Mavis and her kids. Mavis! Hey, I see you got the whole gang out there today, huh? Them kids look like a pack of rag buckets. You gotta wrap them up in newspaper to take them to Sunday school. You see that little one down there? That little one? No, the one down there with the snot in his nose. That's my little godson, Chucky. Hey, Chucky!
Look at
Hey,
that.
Chuckster! Hey, Chucky, what
Double
you doing?
tongue.
You gonna give your godmother a kiss? Mwah.
Double tongue.
That's a little crack addict in the making there.
Double tongue.
Honey, I'm telling you, all them kids do is beg. Give me, loan me, can you spare? Every time you turn around, neither one of them would ever say, here, dog, here's a bone. Now, the mama, every time.
I ain't gonna keep going with it, family. I ain't gonna keep going with it. But that's what tailbearing is to the full utmost. That's what that is. Tailbearing and being a double tongue. Let's go ahead and get Sirach 7 now, 7-1. So we can't get caught up, man. Hey, at the bottom, as you see, we got the stuff letting y'all know Passover is coming. Passover is surely approaching. So get y'all stuff together. Get y'all stuff together for the Passover. That show is wild. The show was, mind you, growing up, not knowing no better. It was funny. Because again, it was something black. You feel me? As you know, they don't give us roles like that, but it's messed up that that's what we still had to do. But hey, man, we here. We succeeded. We in this truth now. Hopefully the Wayans can come around and get into this truth and understand that, hey, with them and what they have, they can promote it even bigger to a larger audience. Well, let's get that. Sirach 7-1.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1. Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee.
Yep.
Depart from the unjust.
Do what?
Depart from the unjust.
If you're around people that's unjust, kick rocks. Get from around them. Keep going.
And iniquity shall turn away from thee.
Yep.
My son,
Mm-hmm.
sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness,
Don't try to blossom in unrighteousness. Keep going.
and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold.
And that's what Mashiach was talking about. Let's get Matthew 12:43 real quick. Oh, I don't know why. Let's close that out. Matthew 12 and verse 43. And while you wonder why Mashiach used that as an example, even in his teachings, again, Mashiach had that.
This is the book,
Yeah, go ahead.
this is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 43.
Con.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man,
Yep.
he walketh through dry places, seeking rest.
So when an unclean spirit is up out of you, you trying to go around now trying to find rest. You trying to find ease now for your spirit. Keep going.
And findeth none.
Yep.
Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
Uh-huh.
And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
Now, this is also talking about the unclean spirit. The unclean spirit done left you. It's now going around trying to find somewhere else it can chill and relax. It can't find nowhere. It's going to try to come back to you.
Right.
And when it comes back to you, he's going to look around like, dang, this place been cleaned out. You know what? I'm going to sit here for a minute. But again, we cannot give no place to these unclean spirits. Keep going.
Come. Then goeth he and taketh with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
So when he come into you, and if you about to dwell with that evil spirit, and you about to say, oh yeah, this is one of my little pet peeves that I like to deal with. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to bring 7 more with him. You might be caught up in smoking. Now you want to smoke. You done got high. You like, damn it, man. I might as well go ahead and fornicate. I done fornicated. What's wrong with eating this pork chop sandwich? I done indulged in the pork chop sandwich and I'm full, man. I might as well chill. It's the Shabbat. Might as well go clubbing. This is what it's talking about. I'm just using those top level. You feel me?
Right.
That's at the top. But there's other things that can also come. The unclean spirit is being referenced as a man. Because that's us. At the end of the day, how we move around, that's how we're going to move.
Mm-hmm.
We are, as Ephesians 6:12 say, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. but principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. We're wrestling against ourselves. That's why we gotta die daily. That's what Paul was talking about. The things that I would do, that I not, that I which not I do, I those I do.
Right.
Again, on Romans 7:15, that thing go hard because Paul understood that the things that we have to fight with in this life. What you about to do?
There's a precept where it talks about when you reach, that we strive to reach mastery, and with reaching mastery is having. I'm paraphrasing, but it's having yourself under subjection, basically controlling yourself.
Yeah, and that's
having self-control.
Self-control. That's
when you reach mastery.
And guess what? Mastery is going to be a long, far off for some of us. You have to be in this thing for many moons to reach mastery. Nobody comes in after a week talking about I'm a master. No, it don't work like that. It's going to take many years to reach mastery. And even then, your mastery, you're going to have to practice your technique daily.
Every day. There's no day off.
There is no day off.
When it comes to mastery,
practice this thing daily. And if you're not practicing daily, you become slow. And when that happens, it kills you. As the one thing said in the movie with your boy Billy the Kid. But hey, again, like, comment, subscribe, share. You see this thing at the bottom. Let's try to get this moving around. You found it?
Yeah, I found it. Try to get it real quick. Let me see now, verse 27. It says, therefore, every man that strives for mastery is. Come on. I'm gonna start at this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at verse 25.
Okay.
And every man that striveth for mastery is temperate in all things.
Is what?
Is temperate in all things.
Temperate means you became hard in all things. When you be mastered, you hard. You can't be broken. Keep going.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we are incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection.
Say that last part again.
But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be cast away.
And the scripture right there, that powerful, the precept man threw it in the thing, and I don't know if he screenshot it, copied it, but he put the verse down quick, fast, and the herd for us. The water, that's precept man, always on point, always got it right. Now let's finish it off in Matthew 12:45, I believe. All right. Shalom for everybody logging in. Shalom for everybody logging in. We about to dive into this and we about to get it done.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
Yep.
And they enter in and dwell there.
Yep.
And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
Because the first you was only dealing with just smoking.
Right.
You done defeated the smoke. You done did it for a minute. And you straight. But now you say, man, I got to hit it one more time. And everything else done came with it. Keep going.
So,
even so
shall it be also unto this wicked generation.
And we are that wicked generation. It's going to be the same thing with us. So we got to fight that good fight, man. Fight the fight. The fight ain't over with till you're dead. So always continue to do that fight. Go back to Sirach 7. I'm going to jump on 18.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 18.
Change
not a friend for any good.
Do this to families and friends. Keep going.
Change not a friend for any good by no means. Neither a faithful brother for the gold of Ophir.
Don't change out your friends. If you got a good friend, don't get rid of that friend because you want some money or you want some gold.
Right.
You putting other things above this friend when this friend could be there for you through the long haul.
Right.
Keep going.
Forgo not a wise and good woman.
If you come across a good woman that's wise and you see that she's a good woman, keep going.
For her grace is above gold.
What?
Her grace is above gold.
Her grace is above gold. Keep going.
Whereas thy servant worketh truly and treat him not evil.
If you got a person that's working for you and they doing good for you, don't treat that worker evil. Keep going. Pay him his just due.
Nor the hireling that bestoweth himself wholly for thee.
Uh-huh.
Let thy soul love a good servant
Mhm.
and defraud him not of liberty.
Defraud him not of liberty. What is liberty? Liberty is having him able to move about.
Freedom.
That's not freedom. Liberty and freedom, two different things. Believe it or not.
Okay.
Believe it or not. Because they say this is the land of the free, but we're not. This is the land of liberty. That's why you got the Statue of Liberty out in the midst of the waters. I'm not going that deep. I ain't going to go into deep. I'm not going into that deepness for you now. Let's keep reading, man. I'm going to just jump off of that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let thy soul love a good servant and defraud him not of liberty.
Yep.
Hast thou cattle? Have an eye to them, and if they be for thy profit, keep them with thee.
Yep. If that cattle you got is working good for you, keep them with you. Just don't get rid of them just because he, Keep going, man.
Hast thou children? Instruct them.
Do what?
Instruct them.
Yep.
Bow down their neck from their youth.
Put the fear of the Most High in them from their youth, so they understand they just can't try their parents anyway. They can't just try the Most High anyway. Keep going.
I was gonna get a couple precepts on that. Can you give me Deuteronomy 6:5? So
No, man. Keep going. We understand what it is. You got to run into righteousness, and
that's not righteousness.
What's Deuteronomy 6:25?
No, 6:5, because it was talking about the child. Instruct the child.
We did a class on that. Come on.
Come. Verse 21. Let thy soul love a good servant and defraud him not of liberty. Hast thou cattle? Have an eye to them, and if they be for thy profit, keep them with thee. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body.
Do what?
Have a care of thy body. And show not thyself cheerful toward them. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
Now, when you have a daughter, raising your daughter up is going to be different than raising your son up. You have to have care over your daughter's body. You might have to peace be still with you in order to beat them boys off of your daughter. Hopefully your daughter is wise and she don't do, what's the word I want to use? Follow behind her friends. But if you don't taught her growing up, don't be around the unjust that long. Stay around those, keep the commandments. That goes for the sisters.
Yeah. Don't let her be in the streets.
Don't let her say how he said.
Don't let her be in the streets.
Nah,
she's for the streets.
She for the streets. We don't want her for the streets.
That's a man. I think that's any righteous brother's biggest fear of having a daughter is that.
Wait, say that part again. Say it again. That's
the biggest fear for any righteous brothers.
That part again.
Righteous brothers.
A righteous brother. Because some brothers is not righteous. They don't give a damn about their daughter.
That's real. But any righteous brother that has kids,
no,
that's one of his biggest worries of having a daughter. Like, he fears that wholeheartedly, that his daughter is going to be in the streets. But you have to be attentive to that. That's your responsibility or duty as a righteous Israelite man when it comes to raising your kids.
Okay. Shalom. Marry thy daughter, and so that she may have performed a weighty matter. That's a weighty matter because marrying her off, you should have vented the person she married.
Right.
So you should be relaxed now. That's a weighty matter you done got off your plate. Keep going now.
Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding.
Do what?
Give her to a man of understanding.
Give it to another righteous man that you done vetted. You done been around. So you understand he's not going to be slapping her up. Right. There's a thing I just saw it happened a while ago, but they just really started talking about it in the news. Where this dude married this woman, 3 kids, one of the kids from another somebody else that she was dealing with. You feel me? But this dude was beating his woman down. But she putting on Facebook, oh, this is the happiest time of my life. I done got married. Woo, 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 woo. To where she had to go out and buy a bulletproof vest because she was afraid of what this Negro would do to her.
A bulletproof vest?
A bulletproof vest.
But now here's where the issue is. Where's her father? Where's the hedge of protection that's supposed to be there?
No, but see, again, she done got married. The father didn't vet this dude. Mind you, she got previous kids from other relationships. I don't even know if the kids, because she had 3. Her husband, I don't even know if he was the father of any of her kids.
Oh, that's
so already.
That's a big red flag.
You feel me? Already.
That's a big red flag.
That's iffy right there. You feel me? But she on Facebook, oh, this is the happiest time of my life. I'm getting, prior to her getting married to this dude, he already laying hands on you. And I ain't talking about the bishop kind of way. He ain't laying them kind of hands on her. He laying knees on her.
Closed fist. It ain't open hand.
Yes, you feel me?
If you can say that, it ain't
You
closed.
feel me?
It's
and the
closed
crazy
fist.
part is, she going to Buffalo police and kept telling, hey, man, this dude here is this. I sent the video of this man beating her down. Come to find out, this dude had previous girls where he stopped, kidnapped,
and murdered?
Not murdered, raped though, at gunpoint, all kind of wild stuff. How you did not know this about this dude before you started dealing with him? You didn't evict this dude before you said, oh, this is my happiest.
But that is the purpose of having a righteous father in the household to prevent these certain things from happening. If the father was there, do you think for a second that would have happened? Because he would have vetted that man. As soon as he met that man, he would have been vetting him on the spot. He would have been seeing how the way he act, how the way he moved, how the way he talked, and he would have caught on to it by then. Eventually.
No, check it out, man. Flip side. I'm gonna pause that, but flip side. Everybody saw the movie with 50 Cent and where they robbing the banks and stuff.
Right.
Now he tried to get the dude that wanted to take his daughter out.
Oh, that's real.
Then brought him into a room with everybody lifting weights and all this. Hey man, you know you taking my daughter now. I don't want to. He done scared the dude. You feel me? But how you gonna do all that?
Tuck the flag back in his tuxedo, so he wouldn't be rocking the blood flag on all proud like.
But this is the thing now. How can you tell somebody to do something right when you're not doing right? You hypocrite already. Now you died. Now you don't know telling what this dude. Oh, your daddy dead now. So what you think he about to do to the daughter? So you didn't even try to stay around long enough to really protect your daughter.
Right.
You put her on the front like you really wanted to protect her, but did you really? If you did, oh no, let's go rock this bank. No, I'm good, homeboy. I got a family to look after. But that's what we were just talking about at the very top of the verse. In verse 5, getting stuff unjustly gotten. You getting your money unjustly. So guess what's going to happen? Sin going to stack on top of sin. But I digress. But that chick, she ended up dying. So dude went to jail. They let him out of jail because of the jails, some reform dealing with the bonds and all this other stuff. Let the man out on his own. Well, not reconnaissance, but on his own. I forget the word they use. But he ain't have to get bailed out. He leaves, goes home, follow her, stalk her. She dropping the kids off at school. He done came around the corner and bam! While she's sitting in the front seat, kids in the back seat. Hit her with a shotgun. As she point blank. As she leaving, mama asking her, "What you putting that on for?" As she's strapping up the bulletproof vest. Cause he crazy, mama. Leave the house, go around the corner, drop the kids off, get killed, murdered, bam, just like that. Now the police like, oh, we should have did something. Oh, we should have had something. We could have did something. Just to say, run background checks.
Facts.
But in this day and age, that's what we have to do. We have to run background checks on these people because we don't understand what's really going on for the man or the woman.
Right.
when we dealing with,
You
and
don't know what you go.
we don't know what we getting out here in this world,
Right.
man. But I digress. Let's go ahead and keep reading now.
God. Hast thou have a wife after thy mind?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 26. So,
Okay.
hast thou a wife after thy mind?
Yep.
Forsake her not.
Do what?
Forsake her not.
Because they're very limited out here. Keep going.
But give not thyself over to a light woman.
Ooh, what does that mean?
A ditzy person, man. A very the lights are on, but nobody home. You don't want to give yourself to a person that is not mentally that don't have a very good mental capacity. How about that?
That
Right.
Because they very, I'm gonna just say like this: don't give it to a old love and hip hop type of woman.
Dim-witted. Dim-witted.
Because they are dim-witted on that.
Dim-witted. How about that?
I wish I could find a couple of these videos you be seeing on TikTok and on IG. And
No,
these
there's a
videos.
lot. There's a lot. And one person I'm realizing every girl I'm seeing emulate this one person or this family, the Kardashians. Almost every single girl that I see that's nowadays that's in the world, they emulate themselves after those women. And those women are ditzy women, dim-witted,
Like,
really dim-witted, and everybody give them praise just because of their beauty. Scripture say don't stumble at the beauty of a woman.
hey, believe it. Hey, when you talking to the brothers about this, man, I'm gonna do a class on this beauty of
You know
a
what I'm
woman,
saying?
man. When I find this scripture, because I done touched on it before in other classes. When I find these scriptures that talk about what do the Most High consider a beautiful woman, it's going to be, again, it's going to be a controversial class. I know some of my Akim going to be, no, that's not what it, but it's cool. I'll take that. I'll take the heat on this one because our mind's so focused in this world, we forgot what true beauty is. We think it's the outward appearance, but if you always looking at stuff with a spiritual eye, guess what you're looking at?
I gotta
Constantly,
no, go. You finished your.
Go ahead. What you was about to say?
No, what I was gonna say. A lot of people looking for their girl. Brother shouldn't be looking for their girl. Brother should be looking for their wife. There's a difference.
Yeah.
That there's a big difference for looking. If I'm looking for a girl, I'm just looking for a beautiful tenderoni that I'm just trying to just deal with. If I was in the world, but if you in the truth and you trying to like have something, you looking for a wife. You looking for a wife. You looking for the qualities of a wife. What is she cooking? She cleaning sometimes. She don't gotta cook and clean all the time, but she doing the duties of what a wife do. Now that's something beautiful. Gotta say it. That's something that's highly attractive to a man because he know when he bring her into her house,
Hey, we got.
she gonna get the same qualities.
What
man.
kind of man?
A righteous man, an Israelite man,
Okay,
a man of the laws,
Okay,
a man that keeps the faith.
because somebody might get this confused with, and that's how we're gonna have to always make that distinction. We ain't talking about the high value man, as Kevin Samuel would say. You feel me?
Talking about the high value spiritual man. How about that?
Exactly. So we're gonna have to come up with a word for it. Because I don't want to have high value
You spiritual
man.
man.
I don't want to use spiritual man because that's gonna think Christianity. You know what kind of man we talking about? The Israelite. That's it. I'm gonna just leave it just like that. We the Israelite man. Okay, the Gabarium. Yeah, the Gabarium. You know what Gabarium means? You know what Gabarium means? No, that's Hebrew for warriors. The true warriors of the Most High. Them 144 that's going to be standing in the front line, ready to pull swords, pull whatever they need to pull out. Standing in front of the oppressor, standing up for the Most High in this time. Them are the real warriors. But I digress. Let's go get it out. Keep going further.
God,
27.
verse 27.
Uh-huh.
Honor thy father with thy whole heart,
Uh-huh.
and forget not the sorrows of thy mother.
Yep.
Remember that thou wast begotten of them,
Uh-huh.
and how canst thou recompense them the things that they have done for thee?
How can you pay them back for the things they have done for you? You can't. You feel me? We cannot begin to pay them back for the things they did for us. Keep going.
Fear the Most High with all thy soul,
Uh-huh.
and reverence his priests.
Reverence his priests. You know who the priests are? The men you see standing up on these streets, teaching, giving his word, giving the understanding of what's going on. Keep going.
Love him that made thee with all thy strength,
Uh-huh.
and forsake not his ministers.
The ministers are the servants of the Most High. Keep going.
Fear the Lord and honor the priest,
Uh-huh.
and give him his portion.
Do what?
Give him his portion,
Give the portion to the priest. Keep going.
as it is written,
Uh-huh.
as it is commanded thee. The first fruits.
The first fruits. What is the first fruits? What are the first fruits that you're supposed to give over to the Most High, to the priests, to the ministers?
The goods, the good of your crops.
But what is it? The very first thing you're supposed to give to the Most High is your seed.
Oh, the firstborn.
The firstborn.
Oh, come on. I thought you.
Yeah, we know we got to give
Right.
our 10%, but it's your
But
first fruits.
Yeah, your firstborn.
Your firstborn supposed to be for the Most High. Especially if it's a man. Most High, this is yours. Because he need people to take your spot. And if you for the Most High, who's better to replace you than you? Did he not give us his firstborn? Who was his firstborn?
I'm shocked. That's powerful, brother. That makes sense.
We are his firstborn.
Yeah.
That's why we should be serving him. But yet, we didn't want to serve him.
Right.
That's why we trying to get back to serve him. But I digress. Let's keep going.
Good. Honor thy father with all thy
31.
verse 31. So fear the Most High and honor the priest.
Uh-huh.
Give him his portion
Yep.
as it is commanded thee.
Uh-huh.
The first fruits
The first fruits.
and the trespass
The
offering
trespass offering.
and the gift of the shoulders
The gift of the shoulders. These are the sacrifices. Keep going.
and the sacrifice of sanctification
Uh-huh.
and the first fruits of the holy things.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And stretch thine hand unto the poor,
Yep.
and thy blessings may be perfected.
Slow down. Read 32 again.
And stretch thy hand unto the poor.
Stretch thy hand unto the poor. Understand, the scriptures tell us not to give how I go, don't give to the unrighteous, but give to the godly that's poor.
Mhm.
It's hard to pinpoint who is what. You feel me? It's a video that's going to be coming out real soon. I was out there teaching. I didn't want to teach, but dude came up, said a few choice things, but then he started going off. And I done went into teaching mode on him. Y'all going to hear some foul language coming out of my mouth on this teach. Because it had my spirit just so riled up, wind up, that you really would say that out of your mouth. Do you know where you standing at right now? Homeless dude, poor dude. You feel me? To the fact where he kept blaspheming the scriptures, the Father.
Hey man, I heard one dude said, "F the Most High."
Dude, he
Blatantly, he blatantly
listen.
said, "I didn't say what I said. I didn't say it like that, but I said F that nigga."
No, he said F that. The Bible, Hamashiach Yahushua.
Oh, hey,
He went down
hey,
the line.
hey, man, hey,
And
hey,
you know he had the nerve to do at the
Hey.
end of all that. Can I get something to eat?
What? You just fumbled the
What?
bag. You fumbled the bag.
I the same way how you say that about him, I'm gonna say that about that. But I digress. Hopefully y'all check this video out. Again, it's gonna be up on the Palm Beach County page. Palm Beach County is a new up and coming spot where we teaching at. You feel me? We got powerful teachers out there. One of the powerful brothers coming up, the brother Malachi, second generation. The brother is putting in this work and he's teaching out there. Ain't nothing but 17 putting in the work out there teaching on them blocks. But talk about getting that up soon. Y'all go venture over there and 7. What's that? What you mean by 7? What's up with 7? No, the brother put 7.
No, I see it.
So I'm trying to figure out what the 7 means. You just put that out the blue. I don't know what that means. You counting our blessings? Because that's the sister name that just popped up next. So that's why I said that. All right, but let's keep going.
Verse 32.
Okay.
And stretch thy hand unto the poor, that thy blessings may be perfected.
Yep.
A gift hath grace in the sight. A gift hath grace in the sight of every man living, and for the dead detain it not.
Yep.
Fail not to be with them that weep, and mourn with them that mourn.
And that's the same thing. And you should already understand. If you see somebody weeping, you weep with them. Somebody mourning, you mourn with them. So it's a less burden on them. You feel me? Go ahead.
Be not slow to visit the sick,
Uh-huh.
for that shall make thee to be beloved.
And if you see one of your brothers sick or just anybody that's fallen sick, visit them. That more than likely that will lift up their spirits.
Mhm.
Pray for them. That's lifting up their spirits. You feel me? Keep going.
Whatsoever thou takest in hand, remember the end,
Uh-huh.
and thou shalt never do amiss.
Whatever you get in your hand, be willing to be able to give not only to the Most High, but also to the poor. Same way we give a portion to the Most High, 10%, also have a portion ready to give to the brother that's in need on the streets. But that is one of the things that we should be doing, to where if you was a thief, steal no more, but work with your hands, that you may be able to give to someone that is in need. If that's how you repent as a thief. That's one of the repentance that you show if you was a thief. But let's go ahead and jump on next chapter, verse 8, verse 1.
Verse 8. Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands.
Say that again.
Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands.
Son, don't strive with a mighty man. You can fall into his hand. One of the mighty men out here today is who? The police. Keep going.
Be not at variance with a rich man,
Uh-huh.
lest he overweigh thee.
He put his money down and you can't overpower that money because he got a guap of it. That's where the lawyers and all them get involved. Keep going.
For gold hath destroyed many,
Uh-huh.
and perverted the hearts of kings.
And that's what's with a lot of our brothers right now and sisters that's on TV dealing with all this money. Their hearts are perverted. Their hearts are perverted to the utmost. They don't know where they're going, up, down, left, or right. But they got money.
Right.
I got 10 bathrooms. I can boo-boo all day type stuff. What you got 10 bathrooms for? And it's just 3 of y'all. You ain't moving nobody into that. Same way we got these preachers with all these big mansions and stuff. Who you moving in there? Is that you ain't even got your whole family in there with you. I see if you did all that, you got everybody, all your relatives staying in there with you, but you don't.
You only got like 2 people in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Like 3 people
The
in
most
a
5.
15-bedroom house. What sense does that make?
None.
Make no sense. You don't even go in most of them rooms. You probably go in at least about 5.
That's it. But they starting to wise up. A lot of these people starting to wise up. You feel me? Because they said, man, I've got all this room. I don't know if somebody's staying here with me or not. You know, through a party, you don't know if somebody done stayed over. How do you know?
Can you imagine somebody been living in your crib for so long? Like you didn't even realize because you don't even check all the rooms, all 15 rooms.
That's a lot of cleaning.
That's a lot of creepy. That's a lot of creepy crap that can happen.
Easily.
A lot of creepy crap.
Let's go
I don't
ahead.
like that.
Verse 3.
Verse 3. Strive not with a man that is full of tongue.
That is full of what?
That is full of tongue.
He talking so much. He can talk your ear off and talk game and do all such things to you. Go ahead.
And heap not wood upon his fire.
Mm-hmm. And don't flame his fire. As they say, don't add fuel to the flame. Don't do that. Because all you're gonna do, you up in his face. Now you don't know what this crazy man gonna do to you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Just not with a rude man, lest thy ancestors be disgraced.
Just not with a rude man.
Don't be joking with a rude dude. Don't be joking. Because that dude gonna say something offensive and you're gonna want to do something.
Yep, but it's your fault. Let's go. Keep going.
Reproach not a man that turneth from sin.
Mm-hmm.
But remember that we are all worthy of punishment.
If somebody done repented of their sins, don't bring back up their sin like that. They done repented. Because all of us done did something wicked at one point. The same way we want forgiveness, give that forgiveness. And it's about to go deep because keep going. I'm gonna touch it on when you read the last verse, verse 7. Go ahead.
Tell him, rejoice. Verse 5.
Mhm.
Reproach not a man that turneth from sin, but remember that we are all worthy of punishment.
Yep.
Dishonor not a man in his old age.
Do what?
Dishonor not a man in his old age.
Respect your elders, man. All types of elders. That elder not being the truth, still respect him. Why? He's in his old age. You don't know what miracle the Most High can work in him.
Bro, a lot of people don't get to live to see old age nowadays.
That part.
But bro, you got brothers dying at the age of 21. Bro, what boggled my mind is that I forgot who this rapper was. He was like, he's like, most of his homeboys, they have goals, they have financial goals. They asked him what was his goal. He was like, I'm just trying to make it past 25. Because my brother died at 25. You know how crazy that sounds? To try to live past 25? That's the destruction of our people, though.
Mind you, what's the name said that in the song? Andre 3000. Where you going to be in 10 years? I hopefully be alive, but time got on, I got strong. See, I ain't going to keep going.
But it shows you that our people lack duty, and the definition of duty is having a logical or moral responsibility to something. Our people don't have responsibilities. They don't want to pick up responsibility because responsibility also equates to accountability. Now, when you're accounted for something, now you held to a certain standard that you have to keep. Yep. You have to walk different. You have to talk different. You have to present yourself a certain way. But our people don't want that. Our people love to disrespect. Our people love to disrespect each other. Our people love to talk bad about one another. Mm-hmm. Our people love to do wrong things to each other and have no care in the world about it. They actually find it fun because of the drama behind it. Yep. It's exciting. It's adrenaline pumping, but it's absolutely wrong. Like the scriptures say, we're supposed to honor our elders. The young men now that's younger than me, they don't respect nobody. Nothing. Not their mama, not their daddy, not their brother, not their sister, not their uncle, not the dog that they raised. Nobody.
They don't respect
themselves, and mostly that. And they don't respect themselves.
They done saw all this stuff out in this world, and they said, "Man, this is YOLO. I'm gonna get it while I can, do what I want, live young, be free." And that's the sad part, as the sister said. That's sad to even say it.
Right. Like I was scrolling through Facebook, and I looked at Boosie's page.
Crazy nigga.
He had a Super Bowl party, and all the dudes that's in there, young cats, younger than me, in there smoking weed in front of their peoples, just blowing and they cursing while they singing to the song. As for me, I can't do that. I can't cuss in front of my parents. I'm 25 years old. I still don't feel like I'm obligated to even to cuss at them or to even talk to them in that manner.
Yep.
I can't even talk with my voice. There's a certain fear that I have for my dad where I won't even raise my voice to him. That's the certain respect you have to have for your peoples.
Yep.
That's the respect you have to have for your peoples. But our people don't have. Most of our people that's in the world, that's stuck in the world, they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I yield with that.
But again, it also comes from, like you already said, that fear. Right. Parents instilled that fear. You feel me? My mom's, I couldn't curse in front of my mom.
Right.
I was in my 30s and still wouldn't curse in front of my mom. I mess around and say, even damn.
Yeah, it'll be a slip. A slip. You'll be like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
And to have them look at you like, you old, nigga, you do what you want. But
still, it's just the respect aspect that I shouldn't be doing this in front of you. I shouldn't be saying what I'm saying in front of you. There's certain things you can't even talk. There's certain things that I won't even talk about in front of my mom. I should be comfortable to. She said is you should always feel comfortable to be able to talk to me about everything. I don't, because there's certain things I believe I should not be speaking in front of you out of respect for you.
Yep. How can you pay them back, as the scripture does?
Right? How can I pay you back? You the one who raised me. You the one who put clothes on my back, washing my back when I was a toddler, raised me into being an honorable man as I am today. If it wasn't for them, where would I be?
Fine.
And that's the but you could see where the duties, the responsibilities, or the duties that my mom and my dad kept. They had responsibilities. That's their duty to take care of me until I'm old enough to where I'm able to sustain on my own. Now I'm reading the scriptures. Now I have to teach my kids the same thing when I have kids. That's the duty and the responsibilities. It's just a one big looping circle of having duty. What is your duty? What is your responsibility? You know what I'm saying? So I yield with that. We can continue.
No, you go ahead, keep reading. Start at verse 6 again for me. 8 and 6.
So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old.
Some of us wax old, if we can make it that far. But
Right.
read this part right here, though.
Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead, but remember that we all die.
That we die all. But
That was loud.
verse 6 and verse 7 should hit home with a lot of people at this time, because one of the elders of the old school ISUBK, you feel me, passed. Ariah just passed, one of the elders, one of the 7 men that dealt with this truth. You feel me? They say he went off in his old age. I don't know him personally. Don't know where he stood at personally, but I understood that the man was part of the original 7. And for the man to be part of the original 7 that took brothers from one stage into another, you feel me? Even the brothers that we see now out here teaching in these streets had to sit up under these men. Everybody, as they say, go back home. I came into this truth by reading my scriptures, understanding who I was, but now to apply certain prophecies and certain precepts and certain scriptures, I had to get that from these men. My elders that sat up under him, you feel me? Priest Kahan and Chief Shalimar, Elder Lapalao, Marshall, these men sat up under them. Same goes for you, Tahar, you feel me? Even when it comes to Bishop Nathaniel, you feel me? All these men, even the ones over there at GOCC, I forget his name escaped my mind right now, but even that brother sat up under them, you feel me? A lot of the men you see standing out here in these streets teaching now, stand from these 7. So what they do now as they get older, as I was talking with some of my brothers today, Saul went off in his old age. David went off in his old age. Solomon went off in his old age. Do we not just get rid of everything they did? We can't. At the end of the day, that's their fight with the Most High.
Right.
I cannot do nothing that's between them and the Most High.
Right.
But for us to always be putting each other down in the face of everybody else, that's something I feel we need to stop off rip. Everybody don't need to see what goes on in our house. This is supposed to be the house of Israel at the end of the day. The outsiders don't need to see what's going on. It's too simple to pick up a phone and call each other. Whereas you can't humble yourself that much. Let me call this brother up and deal with you one-on-one. I don't have to make a whole video about you. Come on, man. Make a video about Edomites and everybody else. Make the video about everybody else. But when I can deal with my family, guess what? I'm going to call family up. Deal with family one-on-one.
All these other nations can do it. Why can't we?
And that's the thing.
Do you see these other nations? Do you see Esau bickering with Esau and out in the public on social media and in the streets? No.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna say this. You might see America beefing with Russia.
Yeah.
But that's different level,
right?
But you feel me?
But when it comes to let's say corporate businesses, they be beefing.
They keep that on the inside.
They don't keep that on the streets. You know what they do? They step inside a meeting room and they have a discussion about it. They hash it out in that meeting room. After they hash everything out, everything go back to business as usual. You don't even know that they had to hash it out.
Matter of fact, they will call each other up and give each other business proposals
So it's right.
to deal with that.
And even go into partnership after it.
Yep, but we won't do that.
We won't do that.
The water assist for the donation. The water assist for the donation. But yeah, man, that's something we always got to remember. Then let's finish it off. Sirach 8, 10 through 19.
Come on, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 8 and verse 10.
Yeah.
No, verse 9.
No, 10.
Oh, you
Yeah.
skipped it?
Yeah, we skipped two verses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 10. Kindle not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire.
If you see a sinner, don't kindle it because he can also burn you. Keep going.
Rise not up in anger at the presence of the injurious person,
A person that's injured and wild. Keep going.
lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words.
Yep.
Lend not unto him that is mightier than himself.
That's the part I really want to get to. So read that part again.
Lend not unto him that is mightier than himself,
Yep.
than thyself. For if thou lendest him, count it but lost.
Charge it to the game. That's what that pretty much saying. You don't lend to somebody that's in a better position than you, charge it to the game because you just lost that. Keep going on.
Be not surety above thy power.
Where your level is, don't try to reach beyond that. Keep going.
For if thou be surety, take care to pay it.
Uh-huh.
Go not to law with a judge,
Mm-hmm.
for they will judge for him according to his honor.
Uh-huh.
Travel not by the way with a bold fellow. Travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee.
You going somewhere with a person that you really don't know who he is. Grievous meaning he about to hurt you. He's hard-headed. And he's going to come at you with that hard-headedness. Keep going.
For he will do according to his own will,
Mm-hmm.
and thou shalt perish with him through his folly.
You never knew him like that.
He's bold and brash. He's loud. He's obnoxious.
All kinds of stuff.
He's off the chain.
He's a wild character.
Yeah, he's a man unyoked.
Yeah. Without a care. Darn, I don't want to bring it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it real quick and then we can move on. Have you ever saw Trapped in the Closet?
Yeah.
You saw a dude who was in the car wild and smoking, drinking, and got the two girls with him.
Oh, Pimp Lucius.
Not Pimp Lucius. Big swole cat. As he said.
Oh,
how he got locked up in the jail. Because how he was moving around. He in the car, he flashing, but dude, you moving drugs. But yet you want to speed down the street, getting drunk, smoking weed, and with the music up loud. What's wrong with you, dum-dum? You about to get us all locked up.
That's a bold person.
Exactly. But keep going. I can only give you what it is. Examples.
Yeah.
Art imitates life. Art
Art
imitates life. Keep going.
Right. Good. Verse
14.
Verse 14.
Nope. 16.
16. Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place.
Well, what you think that's going to happen? You go somewhere with an angry man. You know he's known to be angry. And he hot-headed, bound to lose his dang, what's the word I want to use? Bound to snap at any moment.
Right.
But you want to go by somewhere by yourself with him. All right. Keep going.
For blood is nothing in his sight.
Say that again.
For blood is nothing in his sight.
And that's how women should be trying to watch out for their man. Not watch out for their man, but trying to pick a man.
Right.
You don't know if you see he angry, leave that cat alone.
Walk away.
Maybe he'll change for me.
No.
Maybe if I marry him, it will change.
No.
Maybe if I have this baby, he will act.
No. Flee
in the other direction.
Flee the other. Run from him as if he's a serpent. Run. Hit the hills. Jump the hills. Go into a bush. Hide in the bush. Dig a hole and go in a cave. Run away from that man.
Keep reading, man.
Come. Strive not with an angry man and go not with him into a solitary place.
Mm-hmm.
For blood is as nothing in his sight.
Yep.
And where there is no help, he will overthrow thee.
Yep.
Consult not with a fool, for he cannot keep counsel.
Consult not with the fool, because he cannot keep counsel. You don't consult it with him. Now he telling your business. He ain't even give you sound counsel to begin with. Keep going.
Do not secret thing before a stranger.
Do no secret thing.
Do no secret thing before a stranger.
Uh-huh.
For thou knowest not what he will bring forth.
Mm-hmm.
Open not thine heart to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn.
And that's just simple. When they say don't do strange things before a stranger, don't do secret things before a stranger.
Yeah, that's powerful.
No, it's like this. You ever saw the movie Belly? And the dude outside eating a banana?
Yeah.
I gotta get you.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen
Nah.
Belly? You never saw Belly?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Go watch Belly when you see the dude standing down, eating that banana, looking at DMX and dude ride down the street. Oh, yeah, I gotta go snitch on these niggas. Because he went and snitched on them. You ain't gonna be out here selling drugs, taking on my profit. But I hate to use these in samples for this stuff. But that's what we see on TV, man. Destruction. Yeah, kind. But you had something you was about to hit?
I was gonna say in verse 18 where it says, do no secret thing before a stranger, for thou knowest not what he will bring forth. Like, that's powerful. Like, don't be doing things around the brother, and you don't know what type of time you're on. Because that you might do something in front of that brother, and y'all get around other brothers, and you just and play with that brother, and he bring out what you did. That's all on you at that point.
Yeah.
Because you ain't know what type of time that brother was on. You ain't know if he was a talebearer or not. You ain't know if he was gonna be a man of the law. That when he was rehearsed, when he was told something to him, or something has happened in front of him, that he was gonna keep it to himself.
That part.
And let it die with him. You know
That
what I'm
part.
saying?
So again, family, we gotta understand that we went through this dealing with our duties.
I had one more too. That verse 19 was pretty solid. Don't open your heart to everybody.
Oh, yeah, of course. And that's again, these are the things, the duties that you should be performing.
All right.
This is the wisdom in Sirach, giving you sound wisdom and instruction on how to move through life. All we got to do is heed the warnings, heed these signs, heed the writings.
Right.
It's going to take a minute, but don't say you're a master of something when you know it's going to take your lifetime to become a mastery of this. What was it? First Corinthians
9 and
25.
25.
Okay.
24. Go down to 25.
Yeah, 24 and 25. So
Excuse me.
let's make sure we get our duties in order for the Most High. And hey, we got 2 classes we got to try to put together. Well, one for sure dealing with what's the beauty of a woman. What is the true beauty of a woman? Is it your assets, or is it your assets? Which one is
That's
it?
pretty good. Is it your assets or your assets?
Because Proverbs 31 breaks down a lot. That's the beauty of a woman.
Go on.
You feel me? Does anything in there talking about how she look? I don't know. We will see. We will see. That's all I can say. We're going to really dive into the scriptures to see what is the beauty of our sisters. Now, we know about Judith. You feel me? The heathen looked at her and was at awe. What women are these that they have? Let's kill them all and take all the women. Yes, we understand that's one type of beauty. You feel me?
Even in the time of Jacob, they knew the value. They knew the value of our women.
Yeah. Abraham, they wanted Sarah too.
Those I forgot who they were. The dude that laid with Dinah.
I
forgot his name, but anyways,
I know who
he
you're talking
knew like, bro, these women, they got some beautiful women, and if we get they women, if we lay with them and they lay with ours, man, we gonna surely have the kingdom. That's what they thought.
The one that Reuben and what's his name went back. and
Yeah,
killed?
slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They told them, y'all want to be down with us, go ahead and get circumcised.
And they literally got circumcised.
For real? We can get them when we circumcise ourselves. Zoop. Oh, but why they was in pain? Let's go slaughter.
Right. They literally got circumcised from off the face of the earth.
All of
It's true.
But that was the wild part.
That scripture was twofold to
So
me.
we really going to dive into what is the beauty of a woman, because we understand these other nations want our win.
Right.
But the Most High said, don't let it be the braiding of the hair,
Right.
the twinkle in your eye, the putting on gold. Don't let that be what you consider your beauty. So our women should look at that as like, this is not my beauty. I understand I got all this, but that ain't nothing compared to
Because if
what's
you
on the inside.
because if you take okay, if the world just stopped, no makeup being produced anymore, no wigs being produced anymore, no fake aesthetic nails going on anymore. What do you have after that? What is your worth after your looks? If your looks was to fade away, because looks gonna fade away.
It's going to fade.
The older you get, it fades.
Come on, stop.
Come
We're going
on,
into the
now.
no. Let's stop
Let me
right
finish.
there.
Let me
No,
finish
you
my
can't
point.
finish.
Let
You're
me
gonna-
finish
no,
my point,
no,
brother.
No, for the next class.
Come on
You're
now.
giving them too much.
Come on,
No,
man.
you're giving them too much.
Come on,
No,
man.
you're giving them too much. You're giving them too much. Again, the water everybody for logging in with us here at the Light of Zion. Like, subscribe, share, comment. You feel me? The water again, sis, for putting the donation in. Hey, you got to go ahead, hit this thing one more time and let y'all know about the Passover.
Hashem Yahweh Shah Baraka.
In my righteousness, yes.
Shalom, family.
In my royalty, yes. In my loyalty, yes. Watch a Hebrew step.
It's that Hebrew step.
Watch a Hebrew step, yes.
That Hebrew step.
Watch a Hebrew step.
Shalom. We are the Light of Zion Treasure Coast, and we are inviting all Israelite born from the four corners of the earth to the Light of Zion Passover on April 2nd, 2023. All you black, so-called black, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indians that descend from Negro Indian descent, you are invited to come join us to celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Passover. It's a day that we commemorate of our forefathers being redeemed from the hands of the Egyptians through the hands of the Most High Yahweh, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? And we are here to invite you to come down from up north, from south, from east, from west, to come visit the Light of Zion and join us to celebrate the Passover 2023 in Fort Lauderdale. All right? We're going to put the address on the bottom of the screen. The Passover dues is $75 for an individual, for a single person, and for a family of four, it's going to be $150. And anyone additional after the family of four will be $25 for each person. All right? So come join the Light of Zion this year for this year's Passover in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Come join us to commemorate and remember this glorious event. Let's get Deuteronomy 16 and 16.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 16.
Read.
3 times in a year,
How many times?
3 times in a year,
Come on.
shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God.
So 3 times a year shall all the Most High's males appear before God, before Yahweh. Read.
Shall appear before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose.
In the place which he shall choose will be Chateau Mar Golf Resort in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to add the address on the bottom of the screen so you can get there. Read.
In the feast of unleavened bread.
In the feast of what?
In the feast of unleavened bread.
Come on.
And in the feast of weeks.
In the feast of weeks.
And in the feast of tabernacles.
And the Feast of Tabernacles. These are the 3 highest holy days that we keep as an Israelite. Of course, with other ordinances and traditions that we keep, like Feast of Dedication, like Purim. But these 3, all males must present themselves before the Most High Yahweh. So, with that being said, once again, come join us in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Light of Zion Passover 2023. All right? Shalom!
Abanawa Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb.
Call me Yasharala.